Hello and welcome back for more Temur cube draft. I've been enjoying this cube so far, and I started out being very bad at it, but slowly I'm learning and I'm figuring out how this cube works, and I'm having more success. Now, this pack, no clear standouts. One card that I am sort of interested in is Frantic Surge, just because there is the Underworld Breach combo deck. I made a video with that earlier, and I sort of got there on some games, but I was missing some of the pieces. I think I now have a better understanding of how that deck works, and it's one that I wouldn't mind trying again. I also did High Tide, it's good there. Peregrine Drake is also good there, but I think I start with the Frantic Surge and just have that and then see what comes to me. Maybe I end up in the Storm deck, maybe I'm not, and I'll be fine either way. There's nothing I'm really missing out on. I could have taken like an elf or something like that, but not really missing. Now what? There's Noxious Revival if I really want to just hard commit to Storm, which is not something I really want to be doing. Agent of Treachery is a 7 mana card, a very sweet one, but still a 7 mana card. Probably not the pick either. I could try one of the red decks. Grape Shot, I found that I didn't really like in the Breach deck. I think most of the time you just want to kill with Brain Freeze, just because that actually has synergy with Breach. Umezawa's Jit is just a good card and can dominate some matchups. I think I'm going to take the Jit here. And then if I end up Storm, I probably don't play this. If I end up somewhere else with creatures, I'm just going to run it and it's going to be awesome. So still very open to being whatever. We'll see if there's any clear signals or awesome build rounds coming our way. Now what? Ooh, there is Brain Freeze. And what else? Dryad, but I've done a bunch of lands deck now. And Dryad is good, but not the reason to be in one. Kinnan is also interesting. That really gets the Mana Dork strategy going. But I think I might just take the Brain Freeze here and then have Brain Freeze, Frantic Surge. Those are key pieces to making Underworld Breach work. And I'm still not missing out on all that much. Now what? Ooh, this is also a card. All your elves can't be countered. Green spells can't be countered. And this can make all of your elves huge. So I think I want to take this. I did pass a couple of good elves already. But I think this is kind of an interesting card. Maybe not so much a build around. It is just a 1/1, but it's also 6 mana, just make everything huge. Otherwise, there's like Defense Grid that I would pick up, but I can probably get that later. I also like Kiora, but no, let's take this Shepherd. And then what? Lotus Petal, Craterhoof, Cultivate, Ether Gust, Frontier Bivouac. I mean, Lotus Petal is nice in Storm, but it's not really all that great with the Breach deck. I think it's a fine playable. I could take Craterhoof and try. I'm a little bit on two different plans right now, but we'll see what ends up being the most open. Oh, there's Underworld Breach. You know what? I think I'm just going to abandon this elf plan. Beast Whisper also kind of fine, but I'm just going to take the Breach and I'm gonna try and make this work again. I really did enjoy it and now have a better understanding of how this deck works. Ooh, Thassa's Oracle and Pact of Negation. I liked both, but Thassa's Oracle is a nice clean win with Brain Freeze. You don't even have to worry about any Eldrazi this way, and I'll take that. Pyretic Ritual maybe comes back, we'll see. But let's just go in on the Storm plan. Then I'll take Simeon Spirit Guide. Now what? Gutter Snipe, Rashadam Port, or Peregrine Drake. The Drake doesn't really do all that much. I guess Gutter Snipe is an alternative way to win. Yeah, let's take the Snipe. Grape Shot or Noxious Revival. I'm actually just going to pass on the Grape Shot. Noxious Revival, sometimes I will mill myself with Brain Freeze, and Noxious Revival, if I have that in my hand, I can get back my Breach. And that was the biggest problem last time around, was I couldn't really win without Breach, so I want more ways to make sure that I have it. So let's take the Revival. I'm really curious if having played it once now is going to lead me to a better version and a better understanding, so I can actually have a better version of the deck. I'll take Fabled Passage, just some mana fixing. It's a fetch, so it ends up in my graveyard and I can use it to pay escape cost. Yeah, the other cards I'm looking for are LED and Wheel of Fortune. Those seem to be also very good at going off with Underworld Breach. Not sure how many tutors there are for Breach. I guess that's the hardest part about this deck. Blue Sun Zenith or Reality Shift. Don't really think I need Blue Sun Zenith. I'll take the Reality Shift and have it in the sideboard. Yeah, Blue Sun Zenith seems like too much work. Expansion. No, let's take the Bivouac for better mana. Ooh, Goblin Electromancer. Nice. So that probably means no one is in Storm. Goblin Electromancer, Underworld Breach, Frantic Surge is already a combo. It's a combo that generates mana. So Goblin Electromancer, Frantic Search generates mana. Then I just need enough cards in my graveyard to really go off. But yeah, this is starting to look nice. Now what? There's Seizing Song, which I do not think I need. I'm probably just better off taking a Serum Vision, set up my draws, find that Underworld Breach. That's so important. And once I do, and I find Frantic Search, I don't really need all that much more mana. The card I'm mostly looking for is just Lion's Eye Diamond. That's the next important piece. Hopefully that's still in the draft, but we'll see. Tinker, Echo of Eons. I mean, this is not going to be a Tinker deck, so I think it's between Echo of Eons or Breeding Pool. Right now, I don't really want to be green. The only reason I could want to be green is if I get like Regrowth or something like that. But let's take the Echo. It's a way to, maybe I can discard this and then Time Twister myself on the cheap. It's more likely to be good. Otherwise I could take Burst Lightning, but let's take this card. Burst Lightning is more replaceable. Oh yes, Lion's Eye Diamond. Oh, and Preordain. I mean, there's a decent chance that Lion's Eye Diamond wheels and Preordain probably doesn't, and it's a very good card. But Lion's Eye Diamond is another way to just go off with the Breach. So it's too important to take the risk of this not wheeling. And I'll take it here, and then hopefully we can make this work. Now, the only card I'm kind of missing is Wheel of Fortune, but maybe we get that still. Steam Vents, Mind's Desire, Lightning Bolt. I don't think this is a Mind's Desire deck. I don't really think you need that to win. Could easily wheel. I could see taking Lightning Bolts as an interactive element, or just Steam Vents to make my mana better, and I think that's gonna be the pick. Oh, there's Wheel of Fortune. Great, so I think we have all of the great combos with Underworld Breach, and Chrome Mox would be nice. Maybe we can wheel that, but I'm liking the look of this deck. Some additional rituals wouldn't be bad, and just more card draw. Maybe I just start including some interactive elements too, to play a little bit of a better fair game until I find the Breach combo, which doesn't really need all that many pieces to be good. It's not like I need half of my deck to be rituals. If I find Underworld Breach with Frantic Search, that's already good. If I find Underworld Breach, Lion's Eye Diamond, Wheel of Fortune, that's going to be good. A lot of the combos do revolve around Underworld Breach, and I only have the one of those, but we'll see. Windfall, Emery, Spellseeker. Well, Spellseeker can't find Breach, so that's not too interesting. I think Windfall was okay the last time I drafted this. It's another big draw spell. What I did the last time was just sometimes play Windfall, draw a bunch of cards. If I hadn't found Breach yet, I could just freely do this and add more looks at it. So I'll take Windfall. I wouldn't mind having like a Baral either, and just more cheap setup spells. Ponder would be great. Yeah, we saw the Preordain, and that's probably not going to come back, but any other cheap card draw spells? Treasure Cruise, that's not a cheap card draw spell. Unsubstantiate, not terrible. I don't really want Treasure Cruise. That is quite some anti-synergy. Let's just take this bounce spell. It's not great, but it will be serviceable, I think. Ooh, Baral or Rite of Flame? I think Baral's likely just better. Rite of Flame just make red. Don't really have all that much use for red mana. If I had Manamorphose, I'd be more interested, but if I find Manamorphose, then Baral's also a nice combo with that. So take Baral. And my curve is looking somewhat lean. Could use more 1-drops, but otherwise I'm okay. This feels like a great deck to try and figure out how to get this to work. It's just, that's the nice thing about having a totally new cube. There's all these archetypes. I don't know exactly how to make them work, and I get to experiment and figure it all out. I'll take Seizing Song. I mean, I don't need all that much red mana, but Mystic Sanctuary, Negate, I don't think are going to be too relevant. So maybe some extra rituals are okay. Actually, Negate might have just been better. I don't know. I'll take Kiki Jiki. Probably not play it. Then Grinning Ignis. Can make some mana, but I think I just take Temple. Maybe I pick up a green card. Grinning Ignis really is just a bad ritual. Very clunky, and Temple also lets me scry. So that seems okay. Mind's Desire or Grim Lavamancer. Don't know how much of a Mind's Desire deck I am, but Grim Lavamancer, the anti-synergy with Breach is just too much. Ooh, Thing in the Ice. I had that in the previous version. It never really shined, but it's still an alternative way to win and good against aggro, so I'll take it. Botanical Sanctum could have been nice. I don't want too many tap lands though. And I already have this Temple and this Bivouac. Let's take Spellseeker. Unlikely to end up in the deck, but maybe. And Soulscar Mage. I mean, I've picked up all of the most important pieces, I think, for this deck. Now I just really want the cheap card draw and the cheap cantrips. So what cheap cantrips are still there? There's Thought Scour, Ponder, Impulse is not a 1-mana one, but it's still a cheap cantrip. Not much here. There's Pyroblast, Steam Vents, another one. There's duplicates of the lands just because there are 3 colors and otherwise there's not enough good ones. I mean, I already have a Steam Vents and I don't really need all that much fixing. I think I'm gonna take Pyroblast. I'm not sure if it ends up in the main, but against the counterspell decks, just having a card like Pyroblast is pretty amazing. It's good against, well, it's not good against mono red, it's not good against red green, and it's not good against mono green, but all of the other decks it's probably good against. Now what? Song of Creation, no thank you. Young Pyromancer, also not that appealing. Fiery Islet, no. Really not many great cards. Thirst for Knowledge is a card draw spell at least. I think I'm gonna take Thirst, but I'm not very excited about taking a Thirst. I take the Pyromancer, but I just don't think that's really gonna be all that impactful. It makes a bunch of 1/1s, probably just dies because I don't have many targets for removal in this deck. Yeah, let's take the Thirst. Now what? Gifts Ungiven. This Mythos, a Temple, Empty. Empty is another plan, but I'm not sure how much early mana production I really have to make Empty good. I could take Force Spike. It's not a terrible one. Gifts Ungiven. I can gifts for Underworld Breach, Noxious Revival, and 2 other things, but then I just don't get the Underworld Breach and I don't get the Noxious Revival. If I had Regrowth, I'd be interested. Mags of the Wheel's too slow. Maybe just Force Spike. It is an early play, so I think I might just take Force Spike. Yeah. Now what? Time Spiral, or Everflowing Chalice, or Breeding Pool. Maybe I do just take Time Spiral if I get to the late game and I can just reset my hand. Maybe. I'm really lacking the cheap cards. That is a little bit of an issue, but I will take Time Spiral. It's a decent backup plan. Ooh, Gitaxian Probe, Manamorphose, or Aetherflux Reservoir. I don't need more ways to win. I'm pretty happy with the win cons that I do have, but Manamorphose I think is another way that I can maybe kind of go off. It's a fairly cheap spell. Gitaxian Probe I would also like to have. Kind of sad that they're in the same pack, but I'll take the Manamorphose. Now what? Gamble, or Thrill of Possibility. So far my success record with Gamble has been pretty poor, but it is a way to get my Breach, even though so far I've cast Gamble with 6 cards in hand twice, and then always discarded the card that I actually gambled for. So I'm not super excited about Gamble, but it is still a way to find the Breach, so I'm gonna try it again. If it again underperforms, I might never pick this except for getting Life from the Loam, but I'll take it here. Mindbreak Trap, Desperate Ritual, Lotus Veil, Dak Faden. I had Lotus Veil in the previous version of this deck, and it was okay with Frantic Search, but it also was kind of risky just getting blown up. And when I was going off with Frantic Search, I really didn't need it all that much. I think it's between Desperate Ritual and Dak Faden. Dak Faden is just a fine card to go through my deck, so I think I'm taking Dak. I can steal some artifacts too. Desperate Ritual I wouldn't mind getting, but I'll take Dak. Now what? Intuition? That still doesn't do it though. I can Intuition for Noxious Revival, Underworld Breach, and then another card, and they give me the other card. I can also Intuition for Echo of Eons to always get a draw 7 that way, but that's a slow way to do it. Let's just take Censor. I can cycle it, and it's some early interaction. Deceiver Exarch, I'll take that. Don't think I want Ulamog. I don't want to shuffle back in my graveyard. Now, Magus. I have played this in another deck. I think I still rather have the Pyromancer. I have enough 6 drops. I don't really want to play Gutter Snipe maybe. I really want to just win with the Underworld Breach plan. I don't want to have to rely on any of these other plans, ideally. Gifts Ungiven, or Empty. Again, I'm not sure how good Gifts Ungiven is. I also don't have Past in Flames. I'm just going to take the Empty. Maybe we can do some quick empties every once in a while. Breeding Pool, I guess I take it, but I really don't have anything for it. I guess Breeding Pool lets me play Manamorphose, but that's not going to come up. Show and Tell, Bonus Round, or Memory Jar. Bonus Round really didn't perform last time, but I'm thinking I'm good on expensive draw 7s, so let's take the Bonus Round. I still want to see it in action. Prime Speaker and Curiosity, so none of the other rituals wield. That's a shame. I also have Lion's Eye Diamond, Echo of Eons. That's sort of cute. Now what? I need to make some cuts. I'll put Pyroblast in the board. All of these seem good. Spellseeker, maybe I can cut Spellseeker. Empty, I think I do cut, and then sometimes I can maybe bring it in. Don't really think I need Gutter Snipe. Also just dies a lot. Maybe Thing can be in the board. Let's just add lands first. Yeah, so I'm heavier on islands, but I think that's okay. Because I do have double blue and no double reds. And with this pile, I would need to cut one thing. Sort of tempted to cut the Seething Song. Then again, is bonus round really that good? I mean, bonus round, Seething Song kind of need to go hand in hand. Or I can cut the bonus round, play the thing. I think I do want Simian Spirit Guide just to go a little bit more for broke. Thirst is card draw. It's an expensive one. Spellseeker's still here. I think I like Spellseeker. I can Spellseeker for Gamble and Gamble to go and try to find the Underworld Breach. Never did pick up a removal spell, like a burn spell. I have Reality Shift, don't want that. I guess I have Unsubstantiate to bounce something. How likely is it for Empty to be good? I don't think so. Bonus round also doesn't look that good. Mind's Desire. Maybe I just play 17 lands and cut the Desire. Maybe I just don't play Force Spike. Pretty poor top deck. And I already have Censor. Now I can play an extra lands. I also have quite a bit of card draw, so... Well, maybe not actually that much card draw. It's just unlikely that Empty gets there. So let's just play the Force Spike. The only thing I'm really doubting is the Mind's Desire. If I get a decent Mind's Desire, maybe I can still set up some sort of combo. Yeah, I'll try this, but I might make some changes in between rounds after playing with this a little bit and figuring out how it actually works. Round 1, we have lands, we have a thing, we have a DAC, so I think I do keep this. We're on the draw, but that's okay. Ooh, Mountain Goblin Welder. Ooh, Goblin Welder is really scary. That's a card that can go super fast. Let's play Steam Vents. Thassa's Oracle, not the draw, we need it. Yeah, I really wish I had like a Lightning Bolt in my deck, but ultimately, we were never able to pick that up. A Triome, at least no artifacts, or just beating down with Welder. Now what? Do I just play Thing? Thing doesn't seem that good against him. Maybe I just want the Electromancer down? Yeah, if they bolt this, then so be it. Dack Fading could be nice. If they weld out some huge artifact and I get to Dack it. Ooh, Metalworker. Well, I think I'm just going to steal the Metalworker. I don't want them going off with that either. Does mean that then it takes a while to be able to steal another artifact. Metalworker seems like something that I cannot let them untap with. Then let's just keep the Electromancer back. I don't plan on beating them with damage anyway. Phyrexian Revoker. Okay, so they get the name DAC. That's unfortunate, but so far they're not really doing anything. Then let's play Thirst, and I have to discard 2. Let's discard Mind's Desire. How good is Thing gonna be? I think I discard Thing. Or no, I could discard Thassa's Oracle. I don't need that. Play Mountain. I could gamble. I could do that and try and get Breach, but I'm not really there. So I think I might as well wait. Don't do anything else. I can also Windfall, but Windfall lets them Welder. Sneak Attack. I think I'm just gonna Unsubstantiate the Sneak. You get to try again next turn, then I just Windfall, and hopefully they don't have too much insane stuff. Ooh, Censor. Now what? I can just play Thing, and then if they don't have an extra land, I get to Censor and then Force Spike. So then I get to either counter it, or they do have an extra land and I get to delay the putting in of a creature. I can also just gamble for Echo of Eons at some point. They do have the land. There's Sneak, so I Censor it first, then I Force Spike it. Yep, now I Force Spike it. So at least they are not able to use it this turn, but it does mean that I really don't have much more time. Yeah, let's play a land, and then I think I just play Windfall. See what creature they have in their hand. Oh, they didn't actually have anything. We find the Underworld Breach. What can we do with it? Nothing really yet. Now I've given them 2 fresh cards, so hopefully those aren't too good. If I find another spell, I get to flip Thing and then Dax active. As much as I really do not want to do this, I mean, if I play Underworld Breach, I have 1 mana left. Yeah, no, that doesn't do anything. I just have to pass. And then just hope to find an LED or something. They get to Weld, but that's not really that impressive right now. I just have to hope that they didn't find anything big on the Sneak Attack. And then next turn is the turn that I can maybe go for something. Grim Monolith. So they're not immediately just activating Sneak Attack, putting in a big Eldrazi and killing me. Ooh, what is this? Tolarian Academy and a bunch of mana. Urza. I see. Do they get to spin? They do. Yeah, they get to spin the Urza. Just a land. Whew. Dodge the bullet. And then hopefully we can find something here. We just find the land. Now what? Actually, I think I can just play my land, gamble for Frantic Search, and then that's gonna be it. Yeah, play my land. It's annoying that I played this thing because that's going to mean flipping my thing in the ice, bouncing my Goblin Electromancer. Is that going to matter? Well, I guess we'll find out. Let's gamble first. Yeah, that actually is going to matter. Huh, awkward. And they get to sneak attack something in. So they can put in the Phyrexian Revoker to name deck and shut that off. If I gamble for LED, I have a bunch of mana. I can maybe gamble again. Let's think about this. I gamble, go find LED. I'll exile 3 cards. Then I crack LED, make some mana. And the Goblin Electromancer is going away also. I think I'm still better off just going for Frantic Search. Let's exile Force Spike, Sensor, and Thirst for Knowledge. This is gonna flip and bounce a bunch of stuff. They're gonna weld Cold Steel Heart. Okay. Thing flips. Kind of biting me here. Oh, this is a horror, so this is not bounced. Didn't realize that. I can also go for Brain Freeze, but then I'm just stuck on mana. So the choices are between Frantic Search and LED. Frantic Search, I think, gives me a better shot. Doesn't net me mana, and it's gonna cost me a card out of my graveyard. But then if I find like an LED or something, I can go off. Oh, we discarded the Frantic Search. See, anytime I gamble, I end up discarding the card that I gamble for. It's amazing. What if I gamble now for LED? I guess that really doesn't do much for me. Let's just Frantic Search then. Exile Windfall, Insubstantiate, and Mind's Desire. Wheel of Fortune. Discard the lands, I guess. Untap this. And what if I gamble for LED now? I can... Oh no, I don't have enough cards to exile. If I Frantic Search, I have to exile the gamble. I guess I can do this once more. Then I just have to Wheel of Fortune and hope to hit LED. And then I get to keep going. Yeah. Well, we'll see. Discard these things. Untap these lands. And now I need to find LED. It's also a little bit risky because I'm giving him a fresh hand now. Yeah, this thing in the ice bouncing my my Goblin Electromancer is kind of biting me. They're thinking to sneak something in. Okay, is this what? Urza? Just to get an extra artifact? Oh, Goblin Welder. Sure. I can exile Simian Spirit Guide, but that doesn't do it. So now what? Yeah, I think I bricked. Now I need to hope that they didn't find anything with sneak that just kills me. I mean, I get the Noxious Revival, put something on top, the breach, and then we'll see if this is if I can survive another turn. I really needed to find LED. Needed to be in the top half of what was left of my deck. They get back Scarecrow. This Revoker being a horror also biting me. Otherwise Dak would have fueled my graveyard more and it could have gone a couple more times with Frantic Search. Again, they're not immediately activating Sneak Attack, so that's something. Emery. Wormcoil. Alright, I mean, they're just playing some stuff. Now Sneak Attack. What is it? That's okay. It's big and it makes a bunch of dudes, but it doesn't just kill me. What is this? Karn's Sign of Urza also doesn't kill me. So now I need to hope they don't just reveal 2 big things that I don't really have a choice. Let's give them, what, Palladium Mirror? Don't care. And next turn, I'm definitely able to kill them. That guy attacks. I think I'm just gonna block. That's an extra card in my graveyard. Don't mind. Yeah, that guy's sacrificed, so they get a bunch of tokens. Yep. And then untap. On upkeep, put Underworld Breach on top, pay the life, draw the breach. I think I'm gonna Fabled Passage, just thin my deck some more, get a mountain, exile Simian Spirit Guide, play Underworld Breach, no counter. Okay, sweet. So now this should be easy. I can just play Manamorphose, make a blue and a red, and then I can Brain Freeze myself. Yep, so my whole deck is gone. I can actually just Brain Freeze them also, just to see what is in their deck. I think I might as well. Exile some stuff. Doesn't matter. I can still play Thassa's Oracle. I can also still make mana with Lion's Eye Diamond. They're going to sneak in something. Arcane Artisan. They're going to loot. I'll exile this. And they scoop. Okay, so they didn't want to show me their deck, but they were looking for something. I guess it wouldn't have mattered, but I'm glad we actually saw that. We tried to go off with Underworld Breach, didn't get there, and then got to do it again the turn after. So that was nice to see. I think I want Reality Shift. I think I want Pyroblast. Probably not Thing in the Ice. Actually biting us there, and in general I don't think they're just going to swarm and race me. What else? Maybe Deceiver Exarch for sneak attack stuff, but that seems kind of weak. Anything else that I could cut and that is not really relevant for this matchup? Honestly, Mind's Desire still feels a little bit bad. I don't think I can actually make enough mana to have Mind's Desire be good. So let's try this. Would like to play first. I only just realized that we lost game 1. I thought we won, but they had sneak attack to stop us. I never actually realized this. I thought we won and our opponent scooped, but they had looter to make me draw my card when I never had any more cards in deck. I don't think there was anything I could have done about it because it was sneaked in, but I was under the impression that we won the first game until I just got the question from MTGO if I wanted to start. And I was like, yes, I want to start, but wait, actually lost? Well, all that trouble and then we actually ended up losing. Well, I'll keep this. Gotta try again then. Let's play Island, force spike their first play, and then I'll probably end up Lion's Eye Diamonding the Echo of Eons. Yeah, I was sitting there saying how I won the game, but in fact I actually lost. Ooh, what is this? Voltaic Key. I'm just gonna force spike this no matter what. Not sure if it's even that good, but I just want to get rid of it. So I don't want to mill my entire library then if I can help it. Don't want to play Thassa's Oracle either, because this doesn't look like a matchup where it's actually gonna die. Ooh, so they're in Academy Mox Diamond, discarding Island, and there's Goblin Welder. Let's just play this. Let's Spellseeker for maybe Serum Visions. Not super exciting, but still, yes. Or I can just get Gamble or maybe Manamorphose. Let's get Manamorphose. Yeah, I'm starting to think that maybe I should be including bonus round just as an extra way to go off. I was talking to some buddies about this, and they were looking at the deck saying bonus round could be good. And then Seething Song as well, just make me take out some of the interactive elements. They cycle land, so their hand must not be very good. Mishra's Workshop. Now what? I can just Manamorphose and draw a card and see what comes out of it. Doesn't feel terrible. And then just try and work up to an Echo of Eons without having to flash it back. Blue and red. Pyroblast. Well, that could be good here at some point. Let's just pass. Yeah, thinking I won the game and then actually turns out I didn't. Kind of funny. Opponent only has 2 cards in hand, so might be helping them also with this Echo of Eons. Wheel of Fortune. Do I want a wheel? I don't really think I do. Not while I don't really have anything going on. Ice my land, that's fine. They draw a card. Still have Pyroblast up. You keep playing lands. What is this? Karn. Well, can't Pyroblast that. Karn is gonna prompt me to take some action, I think. Phyrexian Triniform or Pia and Kirin. I think I'd rather give them Pia and Kirin. Not sure. Now I draw the island. Do I just play Lion's Eye Diamond, Echo of Eons? It's not that strong. Or I just play Lion's Eye Diamond, play Wheel of Fortune. I actually like that more. And then if I miss on my wheel, I can just Echo still. Yeah, that seems okay. And then I guess the Lion's Eye Diamond makes blue. Yeah, make blue. Really didn't get anywhere. I have a Storm Count of 2. I can play Thirst, or I can just play Baral. Let's play Baral first. I could Brain Freeze, but that doesn't do much. I mean, we did give our opponent a fresh one. They had Sneak Attack in hand. There's a good chance that next turn they just play the 9/9. How about just Thirsting now, and then next turn I can also still Time Spiral? Can I still Time Spiral now? No, by playing the Brawl, I can no longer do that. Just Thirst. Discard this and this, and play the Goblin Electromancer, and I'm pretty well set up for next turn. Hopefully I get one, but we'll see. Game 1 we didn't really see anything that just could kill me on the spot. So they played a Mountain and are really thinking about their next move. Yeah, they decided their best move is just to make a 9/9, or at least put that into their hand. They're ready. Oh, and they discard the 9/9 and then weld it back out. Sure, it's sort of the same thing. I guess they get to keep up more mana this way. Cold Steel Heart, yep. Maybe just playing the guy, then welding it away, and then readying it back. Could have also been a thing. Not sure if they had the mana for that. But so far the only big creature that I've seen has been that 9/9, which I'm not sure it's worth running Sneak Attack and the Looter for. Oh, they decide not to do anything else. So they can weld at the end of our turn. Now what? I think I just Fabled Passage, get maybe a Mountain. Not sure how much blue mana I need. And then I can Windfall and then Echo of Eons, or I can just Time Spiral. Time Spiral does make more mana, and it forces them to act with their welder. Windfall does cost me 1 mana, and Echo is going to cost me another. Oh, I also need to hurry up. I don't have infinite time. I mean, if I brick on this Time Spiral, I'm pretty much in trouble. Now, let's just Windfall. Not sure this is right, but now this way, the only card I care about is Breach, and I have a better shot at finding it with this than anything else. They mana leak. Well, in that case, I don't really want to pay the mana for this. Let's just let that happen, not pay, and then just time spiral. They probably weld now. Yep, they get the 9/9, that's fine. And then untap a bunch of these lands. Then I'm gonna gamble for the Breach. Hopefully I don't discard it again. If I discard my Breach now, I'm just never playing gamble ever again. No, we discarded the land. Okay, good. Then I get to go Underworld Breach, Lion's Eye Diamond, and just start frantic searching. Discard this and this, cycle the sensor, Manamorphose. Sure, let's cast Manamorphose 2. Make blue, Noxious Revival. That doesn't, well, actually Noxious Revival I can get back. Gamble, and that can go and find the, Gamble can find me the last piece of the combo, which is Brain Freeze. Discard this and this, untap. Oh, I didn't actually untap or tap my lands. Let's gamble, get Brain Freeze, and then I just Brain Freeze myself. Yeah, and that does it. All right, whew, we got there. Now I just need to, this time we actually won the game. Now I just need to make sure that I have enough time to win the next one. Maybe I just take out Force Spike and put in Seizing Song, bonus round, and Mind's Desire. Then I do need to cut 2 cards. Spellseeker still seemed okay. What can I cut? I kind of want to see if this plan could work. Maybe just Thirst for Knowledge, and then Pyroblast still seems fine. Reality Shift to kill their welder. Maybe I just don't care about it and just run it like this. Yeah, I think I'm just on the not care plan. I want to see if this bonus round idea actually has any merit, or if it's just too clunky and I don't have enough of the pieces for it. This hand looks fine. Yep, let's keep it. Lion's Eye Echo means that I at least get to just reset my hand if I really need something else. There's the welder. That's a good start. Ooh, Electromancer, that's also a nice one. We both have our goblins. Cold Steel Heart. So I already have an artifact to weld. A super quick 9/9 could be an issue, but otherwise don't think I care too much about the welder from what they've shown me so far. There's the Electromancer. Urza. Yep, Urza's good. Oh, I get to steal an artifact. I might as well, right? And just steal their construct. Yeah, they tap it for mana. They can kill my deck now, but they will need to attack with the Goblin Welder, and then I can eat it. Or they have a removal spell for my Electromancer. Yep, now at least I get to eat the Welder. I'm just buying myself some time. Metal Worker. It's a scary one. Let's go play an island. Let's just run out this Lion's Eye Diamond. Just gonna go for something now. Frantic Search. Ooh, Mind's Desire. Discard 2 cards. Thassa's Oracle and the Echo, I think. Yeah. Untap these lands. And I can just Mind's Desire for 3. It's not amazing, but maybe it gets me a little bit of value, and then I set up for maybe next turn. We'll see. Mind's Desire. Bonus round. Whew. Spellseeker and what? Simian Spirit Guide. I can just cast the Simian Spirit Guide. What can I do with bonus round? I can Lion's Eye Diamond, sacking that and making some mana that way. Not really getting much. I can just bonus round now and then play the Simian. And I want to wait on Spellseekering. And I can crack this for what? Blue mana and get, or I can make red mana and get Manamorphose. Yeah, that seems okay. Play Spellseeker. Yep. Find Manamorphose. Cast Manamorphose. I get those copies. Just gotta make some blue mana. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. More blue mana, I think. And just lands. And then I still just echo. This also gets copied. So let's see if I have any instants that I can play. Doesn't look like it. And Frantic Surge, gamble. I can gamble for Mind's Desire, maybe? Yeah. I do get a copy of this also. So I'll gamble for Mind's Desire. Maybe I should have done that last, actually, because now I have a bigger chance of discarding it. And then gamble for Brain Freeze. I can also just Brain Freeze them. I can Frantic Search. Ooh, I think I'm gonna do it. Bonus round, yeah, paying off. Maybe I should just be running this from the start. Discard this and this. Untap some lands. Retap my lands. Yeah, I'm gonna do it, I think. Discard this. I really have 5 minutes, so I shouldn't stress too much. And then I just Mind's Desire. I still have 19 cards in my deck, though. I can also Brain Freeze off to this. I also get the copy. That's an extra. Wow, yeah. Bonus round should be in the deck. I'm gonna make some changes after this. Underworld Breach and this scoop. Well, it feels like I won 3 games this match, but we got there in the end. All right. Happy. This deck looks awesome. I'm happy to play more with this. So before I start round 2, I've made some changes. I've cut Force Spike and Thing in the Ice and added bonus round and Seething Song. I just want to embrace the storm a little bit more. I think the interactive game plan is not going to be all that good anyway. And this just gives me more outs to have Mind's Desire be good. And we saw in that last game that Mind's Desire is actually a real way to just chain a bunch of spells. That card's just always great in a Storm deck. And I think even though we don't have that much mana production, even getting a little bit of a Mind's Desire off can just be great. And bonus round also seems like a ton of fun. So moving on to round 2. Round 2, we're on the draw. I mean, this hand, I can Wheel of Fortune and then be closer to finding Underworld Breach, but it really doesn't do anything else. So I think this is a mull. We have Breach and we have Wheel, so it's not really the combination that I want. But I guess we do keep this, and then turn 5, I can always play just Underworld Breach Wheel. We'll see how this goes. Put back probably just a land, and then we'll see. They play an island, so we might be up against some counterspell deck, but we'll find out. More lands. I guess that's fine if we're just planning to Underworld Breach Wheel of Fortune. Do need Lineside Diamond when I go for that. We draw Windfall. Well, we'll keep on passing. I probably should have just cracked this, actually. Now I cannot bounce a spell. Worn Power Stone. Yeah, I might have wanted to bounce that. Maybe I'll still get to just bounce whatever comes out next. This looks like some sort of blue-red artifact deck then. Let's go get my mountain, and then I'll have double of both my colors. Play this. I mean, playing Underworld Breach Wheel of Fortune is only good if I can also find LED. Sigh. I can bounce that, but then you just replay it again. I think I just let this. Tangle Wire. Yeah, I'm gonna bounce Tangle Wire. And then I might just wheel anyway, even though I lose my Underworld Breach. I still have ways to reclaim it. Ooh. Or I can play Dax, steal their Worn Power Stone. That doesn't seem that good though. I think I just play my land and then Wheel of Fortune. I don't want to be under a Tangle Wire. That seems worse. Oh, Mindslaver. Yikes. Well, we have Frantic Surge, Manamorphose, Brain Freeze. Maybe... yeah, I really now need to find Noxious Revival. If I find Noxious Revival early enough, that could be good. If I find a Ritual, I can maybe Mind's Desire. Ooh, Rashadam Port. Do not like that. Thran Dynamo. So our opponent is really going big on Artifact. This Rashadam Port is going to make things a lot harder. They don't do anything else. Yeah, they just attack me. That's fine. They're going to port me on my upkeep. Oh, Karn. Yeah, they get an island. Now, Rashadam Port is annoying. Let's see what we draw. Maybe I do just play this Thassa's Oracle. It does mean that if this doesn't die, I will have to... I guess I can also bounce it still with Insubstantiate, so it's not that bad. Don't need any of these, and then I'll just play another land. Still, if I can find a Ritual, or maybe I can find... ooh, Tolarian Academy. I was going to say maybe I can find bonus round to do something with that. Duplicant or Mistress Workshop. I'll give them the Workshop. Don't really want them to exile my Thassa's Oracle. I mean, I can still win with Brain Freeze then, but this could be a deck where my opponent has an Eldrazi in their deck. Batterskull. Batterskull I don't really mind. I mean, that's something I'm fine with. And Master of Ethereum. So things are getting a little bit dicey. I think I'll just have to try and go for something next turn regardless. I don't love my chances, but if they exile this thing with Duplicant, that doesn't seem that good for me. Yeah, they get to port me. I mean, I guess what I can just do then is tap this and just Frantic Search, and then I'll stay neutral on mana, and I will get to still Mind's Desire maybe. Ooh, Echo of Eons and Time Spiral. Let's discard an island and the Echo of Eons. And oh, I should have let the ability resolve. I should have floated the mana, let the ability resolve, and then do it. Now I'm still stuck. That was not what I wanted to do. Yep, should have let the ability resolve and then do it. Now what? I kind of have to go for something now. I'll just play Manamorphose, see if that gets me anything. Make blue, make red. Baral. Can play Baral and then play Echo of Eons, and I'll only have 1 mana left, and I guess that has to be red in case I draw Manamorphose. Now what? I find nothing really. Yeah, I think I'm gonna lose this one. That was dumb. Otherwise I could have at least Mind's Desired for some amount and cast Mox Opal. Yeah, I was being smart by playing Frantic Search and just didn't use it in the right way. You make 10 mana. That, I imagine, is also not good for me. See if there's some sort of Eldrazi in their deck. Mindslaver. Yeah, I'll pass. I'll just scoop to the Mindslaver. Anything I want to change. Let's put in Pyroblast at least. And I think Thirst for Knowledge is maybe my worst card draw spell. So take out the Thirst. Anything else? I mean, the rest seems fine. I could play Force Spike, but they can also produce so much mana that it doesn't matter. Yeah, let's just do this. Not a great hand. I have Lion's Eye Diamond bonus round. Don't really have anything to go with this bonus round. Let's just mull. And then this one. This one doesn't seem much better. Let's just mull. At least I have draw 7s and stuff like that. So I guess I keep this now, but it really isn't much better. I can keep the gamble for Echo of Eons, put bonus round away, and then substantiate. And then I think indeed I'm going to just gamble for Echo of Eons and hopefully refill my hand that way. You do have Pyroblast. Ooh, Lion's Eye Diamond. I mean, just play the Lion's Eye Diamond. Yeah. And now just gamble for Echo. Where's Echo of Eons? There it is. And we discarded a land. So let's just discard our hand, make blue, and then Echo of Eons. I mean, this is not great. And we lose our Echo, but at least I have a better hand now. And maybe we gave our opponent a crap one. At least I have lands, but nothing else. I could play Goblin Electromancer, or I can just play Dak. I think I'm just going to play the Goblin Electromancer, and then maybe surprise them with the Dak. If they play the Worn Power Stone and I get the Dak, that's kind of a big game. Tangle Wire. I mean, they also don't have much going on, so I guess it's not too bad. It's a little annoying, but it's not too bad. I have to tap everything. But I do have land drops to make, so Tangle Wire is not actually symmetrical, of course, but still, there would be worse things. Let's just play a land, and they get to have to tap 3 things, but the Tangle Wire is one of them. Mishra's Workshop. Okay, that's another good way to circumvent Tangle Wire. Thran Dynamo. Now, I can just tap my mountain, my Goblin Electromancer, and another mountain. And then I'm going to play Dak, and I'm going to steal their Thran Dynamo, and that's going to be great. Dak, the greatest thief of the multiverse, steal Thran Dynamo, and pass. And that felt good. Getting to steal a Thran Dynamo is just great. Honestly, I might be able to go for something next turn, even through this Tangle Wire. I'm just going to lose 1 land, but that's okay. I have Underworld Breach. Let's see if they maybe play some sort of other big artifact, and I can just pounce. What is this? Mindslaver? Yep. Well, I'm okay with Mindslaver. I just need to go for it now. Now it's very clear that I need to go for it. So I can't wait. Mindslaver is going to just be bad. They're going to slaver and kill me with my own Storm combo. So where do I start? I don't want to gamble. I want to play the Underworld Breach before I do anything, really. I guess I can Seething Song. That's fine. Seething Song to start. Now I'm going to play the Breach. And then I can Dak first, or I can just gamble. Guess it doesn't really matter. I'll Dak first. Discard Thassa's Oracle. No, I guess I discard things that I don't mind exiling. So I don't need more red mana. So discard these 2 lands. Then let's gamble. And I mostly need a way to make mana. And the best way to do that is just, I think I can do quite a bit with just getting Frantic Search here. Okay, Frantic Search goes to the bin. That's okay. I can also just gamble for LED. Or I can gamble for Wheel of Fortune. That's going to give me a bunch more gas. Yeah, right? If I gamble for Wheel of Fortune, if it ends up in my graveyard, then I don't have enough to exile. Let's just Frantic Search first. Exile these. Discard 2 lands. Untap these. I guess I also want to make more blue. Now what? If I gamble for Wheel, I'll be left with a Frantic Search that I can't necessarily cast then, but then I cast Wheel, and then I still can do this. So I guess this is still fine. So we get Wheel of Fortune. Oh, and now the Wheel ended up in my graveyard. Yeah, and maybe I am in a little bit of trouble then. Now what? I can't Frantic Search. Did I mess up? Now I need to cast Mind's Desire? Yeah, I think I messed up. I mean, Mind's Desire can still pull me out of this. Noxious Revival, so that gets me Wheel of Fortune. But then I need to find LED because I don't have blue mana right now. Time Spiral, okay, that will pull me out of it too. Can I play a land still? No. Oh, I can. Oh, okay. Then I'm fine. Now, what can I do? Can Frantic Search, getting rid of all of these. No, it's still actually awkward. Can make mana. Oh, I can Noxious Revival and then censor the Noxious Revival. So I'm going to put Gamble back on top, and then I'm going to censor my own Noxious Revival. then I do not want to pay. Right. And now I get to Frantic Search still and keep going that way. Or I gamble for what? If I Wheel of Fortune, then I don't have any mana. I have 1 mana. If I Frantic Search, I'm exiling 3 cards. I guess I Frantic Search first. Get rid of Gamble then. Bonus round Windfall. Get rid of Unsubstantiate. And I guess this Thassa's Oracle can also be in my bin. Untap this, and probably another island. And then I can bonus round. This deck is crazy. I don't know. I'm not always the best Storm player, but I think maybe this bonus round can get me there. I'll play Frantic Search now, exiling Unsubstantiate, bonus round, and what? I guess Mind's Desire does just get me there, so I can get rid of this Wheel of Fortune. And then, yeah, I discard a land and a Windfall. Untap 3 lands, tap these again. Okay, LED, let's keep that one. Now I play LED, I can just crack this for what? Blue? Probably. And then Mind's Desire for my whole deck. Yeah, okay, so we finally did get there. I do need to exile some cards. Serum Visions, Metamorphose, and a land. This gets copied as well, so yeah, this should do it. I'm just going to exile my whole deck and then I'll play Thassa's Oracle. They get to see my whole deck too, so they know how we sideboard it, but at least we got the win. Took a little while, but we got there. I mean, I might as well brain freeze them and just see what's in their deck. Feels like they have an Eldrazi in there because they're not just scooping. Tinker, Bridge, Duplicants, bunch of stuff. No Eldrazi just yet. Okay, so no Eldrazi, and then I just get to cast Thassa's Oracle, exiling these, and we win. Nice. So no counters, an upheaval. Yeah, really not much interaction. Just Tangle Wire to kind of stop us. Yeah, no Lodestone Golem or anything like that. So that's okay. That's okay. So we know there's not too much that we need to worry about from them. I think Mindslaver is probably the worst card. So as long as we can kind of stop that, then I think we should be fine. But I almost messed it up there. Always feel like Frantic Search is just an easy win, but it does cost you still 1 card in your graveyard. And if you discard important pieces, then you might not want to exile those, but it's very close to just getting you there usually. Ooh, I think this is fine to keep. I'll just play Temple of Abandon first, then I'll play an island, and then I'm going to just Simian Spirit Guide out this Windfall maybe. See if we can screw over their hand. Well, I guess I start with Serum Visions. Don't need any of these. So next turn, I might just Simian Spirit Guide Windfall. Oh, Rishadan Port and Fire Diamond. I think I still just want to do this. My hand is pretty bad, so we both draw 5. My hand didn't get much better. And theirs was actually kind of, well, they had worn Power Stone into Thran Dynamo. So they were going to get a relatively fast Mindslaver, Course of Portal. That's okay. I probably shouldn't be playing Pyroblast. Yeah, now we're just drawing lands. So maybe I shot myself in the foot there, but it felt like the right thing to do. Yeah, they're drawing 2 cards a turn. That's not good for me. You also just get to port me. I'll Pyroblast this. At least I'm not getting beat down then. Yeah, they're gonna port me. Draw Lion's Eye Diamond. That might be good later. Now I kind of want to draw Echo of Eons just to reset again. Yep, they're drawing extra cards. They're not just killing me. It starts becoming a lot worse if they actually have something to do. Ooh, what is this? Tezzeret. Tezzeret is something to do, that's for sure. X is 3. What did I get? Tangle Wire. I mean, it's kind of bad, but I'm not doing anything anyway. Noxious Revival. That doesn't really do anything just yet. Can come in handy later. At some point this Tangle Wire is going to go away, but they do have a bunch of turns with Tezzeret. Yep. Yeah, they essentially just have to tap 1 land because they also have these artifacts. So yeah, that Windfall really didn't work out for me. Although to be fair, if we hadn't Windfalled, then by now we would have been Mindslavered already. So there's that. Frantic Search. Okay. Discarding more lands. Mox Opal. Yup. At some point, I probably just want to... No, I was thinking maybe I want to put Windfall on top with the Noxious Revival, but I'm not really drawing all that many more cards then. Yeah, they're going to port me, and then I need to tap some lands. So this is not good. Goblin Electromancer. Well, my red land is never untapping, so that doesn't seem good. Yep, opponent keeps drawing extra cards. I mean, their beatdowns aren't that scary, and at some point, I might just draw Brain Freeze, and they'll be down to almost no cards in deck. So I think that's kind of the way that I'm planning to win this game. And maybe they go nuts with Sai drawing cards. Right now they're content to just attack me for 2. That's not going to do it. Metal Worker. Yeah, that's kind of whatever. I mean, this Tezzeret in 2 turns will go ultimate. Oh, I guess in 3 turns goes ultimate. And that is going to kill me. So I do have to be mindful of that. Keep drawing islands. Kind of brutal. Is there anything I can do? I think I can wait 1 more turn. And then I might just have to Noxious Revival something. Not even sure what. I mean, I could do Mind's Desire. Yeah, Mind's Desire. I guess now they're going to go up to 4 with Tezzeret. And then the turn after, I'll definitely have 6 mana even through port. So I guess I can wait 1 more turn. I'm still at 18 also. And then on that turn, I'll play Noxious Revival, put something on top, play Lion's Eye Diamond, play Mind's Desire. So that's 3 Storm. I mean, could get something. Goblin Welder. Okay. Then who? Goblin Welder and Mindslaver is a problem. Batter Skull 2. Now what? Maybe I have to go for Windfall then? Maybe that's what I need to do? Because if I get Mindslaver, the game is definitely over. They'll just play Lion's Eye Diamond, sack it, make a bunch of mana, and I'm done for. Yeah, untap 2 artifacts. They're gonna eat some to draw a card. No, they're just gonna let the mana go away. So I want to do the Noxious Revival on my turn, so it gives me extra Storm. They're gonna tap my mountain, and I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I still need to tap something to the Tangle Wire. So Mind's Desire is not an option. Then I guess Windfall is my best bet. And then I probably don't want to crack the LED. Yeah, I guess this is my only out. So I'll need to tap some things. They port my mountain and tap a land. And now, what do I Noxious Revival? Is there anything else that I could do? I could Noxious Revival. Yeah, I think I just have to do Windfall and hope for the best. It's not a great plan. And I'm going to draw. And I guess I do play LED. And I'll play this, hold priority. What color of mana do I want? Do I just want red in case I draw some sort of red spell? Yeah, I guess so. Hopefully they don't have stuff to cast, so I at least draw 2. Brain Freeze. I think this is going to do it. Yeah, I think so, right? This is exactly 12 cards and then they have 11 cards in deck. Actually, I'm going to pull it off. Curious what they have. Did they board in some sort of Eldrazi? That would be brutal. If not, this is going to do it. Looks like it did. And opponent, do you have something? I don't know what they could have. They don't have Academy Runes or anything like that. And the extra cards that they needed to draw from the Windfall actually got me there too. I don't know what they could have with the last 2 cards that gets them out of this. And they have nothing. So we are 2-0. Wow, I can't believe I pulled that one out of my ass, but I'm happy with it. I'll take it. On to the final round. All right, back for the finals. We have Underworld Breach in hand, but nothing else really. I am on the play. Everything needs to come off the top now. I do have the Electromancer, but as much as I love having Breach early and knowing that I have access to it, I think I need them all. I have other plans now as well with the bonus round. Okay, got Breach here too, got the Frantic Search even. Yeah, this looks fine. So I'll keep this and then probably put back the Windfall. Windfall hasn't been too great, and I have a lot of the other pieces now. So let's see if we can find Brain Freeze in time, and then I think we have a good shot. Not just going to fire off this Manamorphose, I don't think, but maybe. Sheltered Thicket. Ooh, Time Spiral. So if everything goes wrong, I'll have Time Spiral to try it all again. Frontier Bivouac. So our opponent is taking their time. Not a fast stack, it seems. Unsubstantiate. I could just bounce something with that. Do I just want to Manamorphose now? No, I guess next turn I'll Manamorphose and Frantic Search if I'm in danger of missing my land drop. Let's see, they have a 3-drop. Goblin Rabblemaster. Yeah, I'm definitely bouncing that. That's quite a scary quick clock. So let's see what we find. An island. Let's start Manamorphose. Just make blue-red again. Yep, blue-red. Found Fabled Passage. I think I like playing that. Maybe just Frantic Search first. Mind's Desire, Spellseeker. What does that do for me? I want to discard. Spellseeker can get me what? Can get me Brain Freeze. So I discard Spellseeker and probably Mind's Desire and just keep the land so I know that I can do that. Yeah, I guess maybe discarding the Spellseeker was wrong. Just pass. We'll be under some sort of clock from this Goblin Rabblemaster. Next turn I do have Underworld Breach, Brain Freeze. Next turn I have Underworld Breach, Mind's Desire. So maybe I should have discarded the land and go get Brain Freeze. Yeah, that probably was the line. That was the line, definitely. No, wait. But then I still don't really get anywhere. I don't know, because then next turn I can Brain Freeze myself and find some spells that way. No, we'll see. We'll see. They attack with the Goblin. I'm just gonna fetch now. Go get, I guess, a mountain. Doesn't really matter. Take my 1. Dak Faden. What does that do for me? I can play Dak just plus, and then I get closer to finding something maybe. Yeah, and then I can wait 1 more turn maybe. Just loot. They'll probably just kill the Dak. It's an extra card in my graveyard. It's 2 extra cards in my graveyard, which makes Frantic Search better. Oh, Brain Freeze. Do I just discard Time Spiral and an island? Or do I just discard Brain Freeze anyway? If I discard Time Spiral and Brain Freeze, next turn I'll have 6 mana. I can go Underworld Breach, then Frantic Search a bunch, Brain Freeze myself. Or I can discard Island, Brain Freeze, and then... this is kind of tricky. I don't know. I don't think I want a Time Spiral. I've set up my graveyard so well already. Brain Freeze, I think I'm never casting it before I find LED anyway. But it does help me find LED. And then I don't have to exile as much. Yeah, just discard this and a land. Play this, and then I could Brain Freeze myself now. Or I can just, I could just wait and do it at the end of their turn. If I think I'm going to need the mana and want to exile more cards, they bolt me. So they are going after me. And then if they play a spell, I can probably still Brain Freeze myself. I mean, I would hate to see like a Scavenging Ooze here. That's probably the worst thing that could happen. Legion Warboss. Yeah, so I can Brain Freeze myself at the end of their turn, find more gas, play Underworld Breach, and try and win that way. I think that's my best bet. I am taking quite a bit of damage here, but that's okay. Curious if they just leave Dak be. Wouldn't be unreasonable. No, they're going after Dak with the Rabble. Yeah, all of your goblins need to attack. So that means that I'm not just dead this turn, which is good. Okay, they fetch. What else? Paradise Druid. Well, that's fine. Let's Brain Freeze myself, looking for more stuff, or just filling my graveyard for Frantic Search. And then this Breach should get the job done. There's LED Wheel of Fortune. So now I can just play Underworld Breach. I can also just play a land. I think that doesn't really matter, does it? No, I can just play my land. Play Underworld Breach, and this should get me there. I can play Lion's Eye Diamond for mana, exile a bunch of lands, then crack the LED for blue, then play Wheel of Fortune, exile lands, draw 7. Now there's Thassa's Oracle, and there's Baral, which helps me make mana on every exchange. I can just play Lion's Eye Diamond again also. Exile Windfall, exile land, exile Spellseeker, just crack this for blue. Don't need any of these cards anymore. And then I can start Frantic Searching. Wait, I can also just Lion's Eye Diamond to make some more red mana that way. Just need to be careful not to exile Thassa's Oracle. Crack this for red. Yeah, there's a billion ways I can just easily win. Exile this, exile the Manamorphose, the Mind's Desire, and the Dak, doesn't matter. Draw 7, and then I can just Thassa's Oracle, exiling a bunch of cards still. Ooh, they did have Embercleave. I don't want to think that I'm safe when I'm actually in danger of dying to Embercleave. But this one was a pretty clean win. Underworld Breach, pretty sick. This is really a sick deck. Sick card. Put in Thing in the Ice, take out Thirst. Thing might be a little slow still, but I do want to try it, see if it can be good. Yeah, Brain Freeze Underworld Breach feels like I'm demonic tutoring for my entire deck. That's just insane. Such filth. I have Lion's Eye Diamond, I have Spellseeker, I have Brain Freeze. The only thing that I'm really missing... Yeah, the only thing that I'm really missing is Underworld Breach. I mean, I guess I keep this. What can I do? The Lion's Eye Diamond makes me want to keep this because I can just make a bunch of mana. But I really only have Spellseeker. Yeah, let's keep it still. If I draw a land, I can Spellseeker for Gamble, and then my worst case scenario is Spellseekering for Gamble and then playing Echo of Eons off the Lion's Eye Diamonds. So that could always fix my hand. Maybe this hand is just bad enough that a mulligan is a way to fix it, and I should just take that. I'm really not sure how hard I can mulligan with this deck. And I'm also not sure if my opponent is going to be quite as slow as they were last time. Okay, no 1-drop. Goblin Electromancer, I do like that. I'm not going to Simian Spirit Guide it out, but I do like Goblin Electromancer. I also have this Time Spiral if I can get to the mana for it. And they have a Forest and nothing. Ooh, they gotta have Goblin Rabblemaster then. Do I just keep up Censor rather than playing the Electromancer? Feels wrong, but maybe I do. If they are banking on some sort of 3-drop, then they cycle their land. So they do have enough lands, they just have nothing to do. Okay, now ooh, I get to play Goblin Electromancer and have Censor up. Yeah, I'm starting to like the look of this. That is pretty great. I guess, well, yeah. this could happen. They can bolt this, of course. Then if something really bad happens, then I just Simian Spirit Guide my Censor. You know, I'd love to not have to do that, but if this is some sick 4-drop, that's just, oh, nothing. Wow. If I Spellseeker, what do I get? I kind of feel like Simian Spirit Guiding out the Spellseeker and then going to get what? No, let's just get Manamorphose. And then maybe I can Manamorphose bonus round at some point. It does mean that I don't have Censor up anymore, and maybe I should have just cycled it at the end of their turn when they didn't play a 4-drop. Because if I don't draw land, I want to do this. Yeah, that was probably poor. I just got so excited about maybe censoring something. It just feels so weird for them to not do anything on the first couple turns. They thought about this and then it resolved. So let's get Manamorphose, right? Yeah. That sets me up for maybe a bonus round at some point. I need to draw a mountain, and then that could be good. Copperline Gorge, so they still don't do anything. Serum Visions. Well, let's just do that then. Echo of Eons and a Fable Passage. Let's put the Echo on the bottom, but let's keep the Fable Passage. Play Steam Vents tapped, and I'll still just keep this back. I'm not gonna beat them down anyway, so might as well not bother. And now they play Robber of the Rich and nothing else. I get to exile my land that's on top. Sure. I mean, it could cycle, but I'm happier with them exiling my land than maybe with an important combo piece. I can just block, so I will. And I'll also just cycle this Censor. Looks like this is just never going to come up. And maybe I can just naturally brain freeze them. It doesn't seem too unreasonable. I guess they do have 28 cards, so maybe that is unreasonable. But bonus round, Manamorphose could be pretty good. And then if everything goes really poorly, I'd still have Time Spiral as a leftover. Okay, this happens. Spellseeker dies. So if I do find my Breach, then I have an extra card to exile. That's kind of the reason why I blocked. I'm really curious what made them keep this hand. They did mulligan, so maybe they are like me and they just don't like mulliganing too hard. More lands and more nothing. Did I have like Pyroblast maybe? Or I don't know. I'm just going to cycle the Censor. It's unlikely to be good. We draw a mountain. So now... don't know if I want to exile Simian Spirit Guide yet, but let's just go bonus round. Does mean that their instants and sorceries also get doubled. So I hope I'm not shooting myself in the foot that way, but we'll see. Maybe I do just exile Simian Spirit Guide. I guess it doesn't really matter. I might as well. Do I want the Lion's Eye Diamond out there? Maybe. Manamorphose. Guess I make blue and red and then probably double blue after that. Blue, red. Dak Faden. Blue, red. Baral. Now what? I can play Baral. I can play Baral. I can play Dak. Stormcount is 3. I guess I play Baral. And then I Windfall. Discard my hand and make blue mana. So this is going to get copied also. And they get to play some spells too. They Burst Lightning targeting Baral. Wait, what if I Brain Freeze them now? Their Storm is going to be 7, but I'll get 8 copies. So that's already 24. And then, yeah, I think this is probably my best bet, actually. That's also going to get copied. Then I don't want to discard cards yet, because otherwise they don't mill enough. This is a weird game, but I think it's the right choice. So now they're going to draw from the bonus round and the Windfalls. Yep. And they have 0 cards in deck. And that's it. All right, nice. We got there. In a way that I wasn't expecting, not with the Breach, not with Mind's Desire, but with bonus round. So we really got to see all parts of the deck function. And I have to say, this was impressive. I would say if you try the Temur Cube and you see Underworld Breach, you see Frantic Search and LED pass by, and maybe Wheel of Fortune or any of these other cards that you saw, try it. I think this deck's really good. And it's for this cube, it's so much hard to interact with. Underworld Breach is just a crazy card. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you for the next one.